Miss the absolute scenes from the football today because of your location? Well, never again with Proton VPN. With over 8,500 servers in over 115 plus countries, you will never miss the action again. It's super fast and secure, so you can stream live football from anywhere. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the video description below now to get your exclusive Proton VPN deal today. Charlie, Man United 0, Bournemouth 3. Another jobbing by Bournemouth at Old Trafford. How'd you break that down?
No, it's just, what can you say? It's the same sort of problems we've been facing. I don't think a lot of this is down to the fact that we're playing a back three or a back four or a back whatever it might be. It's more down to the principles that the players just can't do. I mean, from minute one, I think we remember from last season how good Bournemouth's high press is when Onana had the ball. And you just watched from the start, and we were forced long so many times, and Bruno was actually telling Onana to try and play out and try and play through. And I think that's what we should have tried to do more often, because we were lumping so many long balls up to Højlund or Xerxes up against Coulson, who's like 6 foot whatever he is, and he won more or less every single duel. So if you are... I think the problem that we've got two really tall centre forwards that can't head a ball, which is quite damning.
So I don't know how that works, but yeah.
And it's like just the basics of the game, Flex. It's like Xerxes didn't do enough. Højlund didn't do well enough to hold the ball up and bring others into play. And we've had this problem for a long time. You know, when we can't play out, we go long. When we go long, we haven't got jewelers who can win, who can really hold the ball up and get us up the pitch.
Second balls as well. We're not. It's not like we can play long, force a team to turn it over into a channel. Then we'll win the second. We'll play from there. We tend to lose that second one as well, and then it just goes from bad to worse, doesn't it?
No, exactly.
And you can see from very early on, like you're saying. I mean, the first 20 seconds, like Cobby's first pass went straight out, and I know I'm not pointing on Cobby, but I'm just like. Just sets a bit of a tone, like, okay, this is interesting.
This is what we're in for today.
Yeah, and then you just see Bournemouth just more and more comfortable, just knocking it about, no pressure.
Yeah.
And you're going, nah, this doesn't feel right. And we could have played a whole another 90 minutes, wouldn't have scored today.
Yeah, physically and technically it was shocking. I'm not the biggest Bruno fan, I've said it for a long time. Some of the decisions he makes on the ball is just dreadful. There was the corners that he takes. Ahmad put some absolutely brilliant corners in for the, and Bruno's. How is he still on corners? There's got to be a better right footer to put an in-swinger in. There has to be somebody who's better than Bruno.
Looking at the team, Dallo, I don't know.
It's got to be somebody. It can't be that bad. And just some of the things he was attempting, losing the ball really cheaply. We've seen it so often with Bruno. And then Garnacho came on and was really poor again. Really, really poor. I think with a lot of our attackers, they really lack conviction in the final third.
You never really feel like, this is it. And you can only rely on Ahmad so much.
Yeah, you can only rely. And Ahmad was poor in front of goal today as well. But I've got more time for Ahmad because I think he generally makes better decisions and he works hard and you can have a bit more time with him. But like you look at our attackers and you think, how can you not generate more power? And I think with a lot of them, when Garnacho is running through on goal, I think he's almost having to think about what's around him rather than just going for the goal and shooting. You see a lot of top attacking players, when they're running through on goal, they've got that confidence, and the fans have that confidence. I think when Garnacho, I think Rashford, when he's run through goal a lot this season, Højlund, Xerxes, they run through on goal, and I think Højlund is one of our better finishers. He's done okay, but generally when our attackers running through on goal, you think, you just don't really fancy them. And
they're not killers.
We're not killers. And today we did actually create some decent opportunities, and I would say we actually probably created better opportunities across the game. But Bournemouth were just clinical when they had the chances. And again, a set piece considering a really, really poor goal there.
It's the same thing. It's almost like a culmination of all the things we're bad at. We had the old school cutbacks. You know, there's a Semenyo goal. You've got a Bozo gene of diving in and just giving away a pen. You've got a set piece thrown in there. What do you want? How many more deficiencies of Man United do you want to lead to a goal? And all of these individual errors are leading to goals. I mean, by the second goal, you know, early in the second half, you maybe can try and do something. You go and do that, and Mazraoui just goes flying in on Cliver, and it's game over after that. It was game over. I never felt, I swear to you, I know normally you might think, come back. I swear to you, I went, nah, this doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel like something's going to happen.
No, so I think what you said, like from minute one, some of the execution of what should be simple passes was wrong. And it's just like the fine details. Like we see so often when a player's got the ball in a central area, let's say our left wing back is free. the pass won't go in front of the left wing back. It'll be slightly behind or on the
Probably
same
done
level.
a couple of those today.
So you've got to go. The left wing back's got to readjust, and by the time they readjust and get and face forward, the opposition player is ready to defend. And it's just these small details, Flex. We see it so often: not passing to the right foot, not passing ahead of a player. Some of the crosses we put in, how shocking they are, not being able to get past the first man. We've seen a lot of crosses this season, like I know Rashford didn't play today, but a lot of crosses that we've seen Rashford put in, he almost knuckleballs a cross in. I mean, what are you supposed to do with that? It's just basics of the game. A lot of these players can't do it. So I'm less focused on sort of whether we're playing a back 3, back 4, back 5. I don't think that matters at all. I think it's just basic quality, technical, physical issues at the moment.
Which are on the floor. And that's why, really, is it safe to say we are going to see more of this. You know, I don't know what the last score was in the Wolves game, but last time I checked at half time they were 3-0 up against Leicester. Probably went on to win, I don't know. But new manager bounce under the lights, Molyneux's rocking. Yeah. This lot ain't going to turn up there. Newcastle coming here after that. Can you, I know we beat City, but it's not. You can just feel like it's going to be more of this.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people come out and say, oh, it wasn't Ten Hag that was the problem, but we're actually creating a lot more chances. I feel better quality chances than we did under Ten Hag. I think we're trying to play better football. I think there's more of an idea behind controlled possession. I think that I can definitely see better ideas.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's correct that we should say nothing's changed and it's the same. You know,
because the outsider will say that. Oh, this guy's been here. They're still 14th.
Yeah.
They've conceded even more goals. They're out of the Carabao Cup. This, that, and the other. But we have to look at it bigger than that, don't we?
Yeah, I think the ideas from Amorim are actually correct. Whereas I think with Ten Hag, the ideas were wrong and the players were wrong. But I think there's more ideas that are right with Amorim.
And he bought the players.
And he bought the players. So it's like Amorim's coming in and he's trying to play with. He's not got our best left back fit, and hardly ever is fit. We've got Malacia who's just come back from injury, who's looked really poor, and we've got Dalot who's not a left wing back, and he's had to shuffle out there. Mazraoui probably isn't, like I said on the full view. Yeah. I don't think Mazraoui's a wing back either. So you look at you think, what have we got?
None. Yeah.
So
exactly.
Better ideas, but just need better execution.
Have a good Christmas anyway, mate.
And you, mate. Merry Christmas.